Everybody, JC here with another TNI toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, we're going to take a look at the brand new release Star Wars Elite Series Kylo Ren Unmasked. Now this is a die-cast figure. It comes packaged in the same style of packaging we've seen with all the Elite Series figures. These are Disney Store exclusive figures, and you've got the window box, the figure's clearly displayed. You've got that kind of gray coloring on the box with the red highlights, and you've got the Star Wars Elite Series and the figure's name down below. On the back of the packaging we have a little bio about the Elite Series, and again the name of the character with a brief bio for the character in multiple languages. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging. Now real quick, I just want to take a minute. As I'm filming this, it's December 24th, Christmas Eve, so I just wanted to take a minute and wish you all happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. I hope you guys all get everything you've asked for and that you have a great Christmas. So I just want to get that out there before we get on to the review. And one other thing before we get into the actual review, I just want to throw out the spoiler warning. If you have not seen the movie yet, I probably would recommend you hold off on watching this video because I am going to be revealing some spoilers about the character. Movie's been out for about over a week now, so I assume most of you have seen it by now. But again, if you have not, you may want to hold off on watching this video until you have actually seen the movie. So anyway, the figure itself, it comes with basically two accessories. It comes with this lightsaber, and the detailing on the lightsaber is pretty nice. I like on the hilt, at least. It's probably the most detailed Kylo Ren lightsaber hilt I've seen to date. Now I don't have the regular or the first Elite Series Kylo Ren figure, the one with the mask, so this may be the same lightsaber, I don't know. Now I will say the blade itself is a little bland. Other figures usually you get that crackly effect that they sculpt on it, and the blade itself is kind of bland on this one. Not a lot of detail with the sculpting on it. It is that kind of red, translucent type plastic, but I do like the detailing on the hilt. I think they've done a nice job with that, with the gold and the wire and everything. I think it looks pretty good. And then the one other accessory the figure comes with, that all these figures come with, is the figure stand, and it's just a circle black stand that says Star Wars on it. So the figure itself, now this is only my second Elite Series figure that I've owned. I got the Flame Trooper, which I did a review of several weeks ago. So this is only my second figure, but I've got to be honest, I'm not terribly impressed with it. The main reason why I picked this one up was because I wanted to get the Kylo Ren without the mask. This is the first figure to feature the character without his mask, as we see a lot in the movie. So that's why I decided to pick this one up. But the face likeness on this, I think, is, well, quite frankly, horrible. It really looks nothing like the actor, and especially for a line that's, billed as an Elite Series of highly, collectible figure. I expected a much better face sculpt with this one. I don't know if it's because it's metal or what, but the face sculpt just did not come out very good on this figure. Almost looks like, an animated face, like if the character was animated or something, is kind of how it strikes me. And part of it may be the paint applications as well, as his lips look almost purplish, like he's been out in the cold too long or something. I don't know. So I'm just not terribly impressed with the face sculpt, which again was the whole reason why I got this figure, because I wanted the maskless version of Kylo Ren. The rest of the figure, the detail on it and everything is not bad. You've got the sculpting along the arms, so for the rigid look like you see the character have. You've got the cloak that goes down his back, and that's done with kind of just a hard, I won't say super hard plastic, but it's not terribly flexible either. And then you've got the skirt pieces, which are done with just a vinyl type material, and the legs underneath are metal, but nice detailing there. You got some wash work throughout the black to give it some extra, kind of looks like a cloth as opposed to metal. So I like that. I think that looks pretty good. Does not have any place, the blade on the lightsaber is not removable, and therefore there's, it doesn't give you any place to like put an unlit hilt, unfortunately. One of the hands are sculpted in that kind of force mind reading pose that you see him have in the movie, and then the other one is to hold his lightsaber. And the hair is done just all black, not really much in the way of paint detail. And then other things, which is pretty common in all these figures, is you've got the big screws that you can see like from the back. So on his arm you can see there's a screw here. Same with this one. If you do the arm out, it's hidden a little bit by the cloak piece. And the cloak piece is a separate piece. If you pop the head off, I don't really know if the heads pop off on these. I haven't tried. But if you can get the head off, then you could take this off if you wanted to. Would have been cool if they'd included something like a helmet. Even if it wasn't like made to go on his head, it would, you know, because you see him kind of carry around his helmet a few times in the movie. It would have been cool if they had included that. Okay, so for the figure, it stands about 7 inches tall exactly. Now, if you've been collecting this line at all, you know, because the figures are made of die cast, that they're very heavy. One of the things I caution with these is just to be careful. You probably, if you're going to put it up on a high shelf, definitely want to use the figure stand, because I would be very worried if this figure fell off a high shelf and hit something or somebody, or fell onto the hard floor. It would possibly break or chip or something. So, you know, very, very heavy figure, and would just, again, be careful and make sure you use the figure stand if you're going to put it on a high shelf. So here's the figure next to my other die-cast figure that I own, the Flame Trooper, and you can see Kylo Ren is taller, which is movie accurate. Kylo Ren was pretty tall in the movie. Now, these are not really in scale with Hasbro's Black Series figures, since these Elite Series figures run between 6.5 and 7 inches in height. So here's the Black Series Hasbro figure, the Kylo Ren Hasbro figure, and you can see the Elite Series figure is much taller. Okay, so articulation on this figure is okay. Head's on a ball joint, he can look left and right. Really no up or down movement with the head. Arms attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder, so you can get the arm all the way out. Now, because the shirt piece here at the shoulder kind of sticks out, it does, you can kind of rotate it out and around, but it does limit a little bit of the rotation there because that's hard metal. So just be wary of that. Arm is attached with a single hinged elbow and no rotation there at the elbow. You do have swivels at the wrist, but no hinges on the hands. You've got a midsection joint, so that's it, no ab crunch or anything. Legs are attached with ball joints, it looks like. Now, they are limited a bit with these skirt pieces, so you can get the one leg out pretty good, but the other one is limited because that skirt piece is basically all one piece on that side. You can get the leg forward pretty good, and can't really do the legs back, again, because of the skirt piece. Single hinged knee, so you can bend his knee about that much. Actually, it's not too bad. With a single hinge joint there, and then no kind of ankle or boot cuff swivel. Looks like has a little rotation, but not really there at the ankle, and does have a hinge, so you have some up and down movement, but doesn't actually do too much. A little bit, but not a whole lot. And like I said, it looks like it's supposed to rotate, but it's not, so I don't want to force it and break it. So I would say it really doesn't have much in the way of rotation there, and definitely no kind of ankle pivot. And then one peg hole on the bottom of his foot. Okay, so that's my review. So the figure is okay in general, but that face sculpt, which to me is really the only reason why you'd want to get this figure to begin with, is not good at all. So I can't really recommend this figure. If you're into the Elite series, I'd probably recommend just sticking with the masked version of this character and wait. You know, hopefully Hasbro or somebody will put out a maskless version or a removable helmet version. But this face sculpt, especially with a high-end collector line like this, is just not very good at all. And so I really wouldn't recommend this figure. So this figure is out now if you do want to add it to your collection. It is a Disney Store exclusive, so you'll either have to buy it off their website, which is how I got mine. I haven't checked recently to see if they're still in stock, but these went online a couple days ago. And also they're available at the physical Disney stores. It costs about $25. We'll have a full gallery of images up at JediInsider.com. There's a link in the description below. And as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.